My number 6 is Vince Staples.
Dark Times.
Yeah.
Dark Times. Yeah. Pretty straightforward. Never gets old.
Yeah.
I could listen to these songs on repeat forever and ever and ever.
It's tough for me to like continue rating these high just because like you know what you're gonna get and it's gonna be good, and you listening to it, it's like, yeah, Vince Staples released another good album this year.
I'm gonna be honest. I forgot that he released an album this year because he's so goddamn prolific. He's just another one of those guys.
He continues to be probably the most underrated.
Underappreciated rapper.
Yeah,
yes,
like
100%.
Like he does not get his flowers enough.
Yeah,
we just get so much good music from him.
Super consistent.
Super frequently. I think this might be his best album. I feel like I say this every time he puts out an album, but his best album since maybe Big Fish or Summertime.
As a whole project,
they're all like so good.
Over Ramona Park, really. Yeah, I love Ramona Park.
I think this is better than Ramona, at least personally. This and
Vince Staples.
What was the blue one? Was it? Is that what it's called?
Well, he put out one called Vince Staples.
There was a blue one with
Big Fish. Big Fish. No, you're thinking of Vince Staples. Yeah.
Yeah, Vince Staples. The one with.
Yeah.
Yeah.
FM was good, but that one was so short.
Yeah, that one felt.
It was more like an EP.
Yeah.
That was like our intro to Kenny Beats.
Right. Yeah. Well, Dark Times. I think, man, it's just so confident, and I continue to be amazed and blown away and surprised by how talented this guy is.
He's so easy to listen to.
Exactly. That's the thing, is like there are albums that come out early in the year that I just have in my rotation, and I listen to them so much that I get tired of them. And then we get to this Listomania episode and I drop them off the list because I'm like, you know what? I've had enough. It's too much. It's already, I've given it enough of my time. I need to give my time to other stuff. That's not the case with this. This is Vince Staples in this album specifically has solidified itself in my brain, in my head, in such a deep way that I just want to live in this vibe. I just want to live in this world. And I don't think I will ever get tired of it. I don't think I'll ever feel like it's too much, or I'm not feeling it, or it's not the right time, or it's not the right vibe. It always the right vibe for these songs.
It may not be the right time.
It's another no skips. I mean,
it is.
My favorite is probably Etouffee, but I love Justin as well. Lil Homies is great. Freeman's great. It's 13 tracks that are all
I can't believe
super strong.
I can't believe there wasn't a rap song called Etouffee already.
Yeah.
Shout out New Orleans food. Where's the song called Muffaletta? Let's get in there.
Black and Blue, man.
Yeah,
like
straight up. He's like one of the most consistent artists that we have right now.
It just rocks.
Just wildly unappreciated.
Yeah. The only thing that I continue to think is a little bit missing from him, just because I know we used to have it, was like when Summertime 06 came out, he had like such a sense of like urgency to the way he sounded. Like
a boom bap kind of like.
Yeah, and it was just like I need to like tell y'all about this. I need to get my story out. And like it sounded like he was like rapping for his life a little bit more. And
that's
now
like Uncle Vince telling a story.
Yeah, he's so much more laid back now, which is why he's so listenable now. Yeah. Like every album he puts out is just you can just have it in any playlist.
When you dive into the lyrics, it still feels essential.
No,
it's like necessary to his narrative.
It's
not like he's rapping. It's not like Jay-Z where he's rapping about being rich. Like that's not what's happening.
Yeah. He still talks about like
real shit,
complicated issues. Yeah. He just it's just a more laid back demeanor, I guess, into his beats as well. Obviously,
is he gonna run out of things to rap about? Like, I feel like that is gonna happen because
it happens to a lot of people.
The content is like so good and so different, but it's like I'm sure there's tons of problems, but it's like at some point, some of those problems aren't going to be good enough for him to rap about.
Well, but the music will still be good.
That's where a lot of rap artists just kind of like disconnect.
Yeah,
like
artists
they
in
can't
general, you lose the ability to relate to people, and it's not your fault.
I don't know what I guess
it's
I'll
not
rap
your
about
fault
a
at all.
fucking girl again,
but that's
something.
That's why it's so impressive when someone like Kendrick can keep doing what he does.
I do appreciate it though, because it's like he's been doing this for a really fucking long time, like about 11 years maybe now.
Summertime. What was that? Like
2015. I think.
Was it called Summertime 06?
Yeah, Summertime 06.
Yeah, it's just I don't know.
Yeah.
It's something with him that it's like when he really, I'm like, yeah, it's another good album. I'm sure, but it's like,
Yeah.
for me, it was almost like a lot of my albums this year were like surprises.
Yeah.
That like I wasn't
Exactly.
expecting.
I would guess that he would put out a good album every year.
I guess my surprise is that it continues
Yeah.
to be great.
I think
That it doesn't drop.
Yeah,
I
you,
think
honestly, you got to
yeah.
give him a shout out for that.
Mhm.
It's hard.
I think I would also prefer the more like if he had a couple more songs that were like more boom bappy,
Yeah,
like if
a
he-
little bit more like
Yeah, a little bit-
intense.
yeah, a little bit more oomph to it. But like
Yeah.
I still like this stuff. Like it's
it's
still
a
great.
chill hang.
very
is what
very
it is.
listenable, but
Yeah.
it's like a tough hang. It's
I
like,
really wanted to prioritize just things that feel good on the ear holes.
Yeah.
Like that's
Mhm.
just what I
Yeah.
wanted my list.
What are the comfort albums
Yeah.
that you kept going back to
Yeah.
over and over again?
Yeah, I just like the sound of this album. It's not complicated. It's
No,
just
it is.
good music.
it's tried and true. His bread and butter.
I have it in like 20 playlists, and every time I don't skip it when it comes on.
I will say, I actually, looking through my list, I don't think that like I kind of, Jesus, Danny just fucking
I thought you were gonna.
He was pulling an
rubbernecked
Ernest.
around here, just
Album.
huh?
Oh, I'm
No.
sorry, Brat is on there.
I will say this year, I don't know. I guess I don't know how you guys feel about this. I don't have as much hip hop on my list as high up as I have in the last couple of years, especially. Like I remember, I think it was 2 years ago, 5 of my 10 were like rap.
Yeah.
albums.
JID,
Like it's-
Pusha,
Yeah, it's just like, and it kind of ebbs and flows
Right.
with the years and stuff like that. But
Well,
this is
it's
one
tough
where
when
it,
God swallows
Well,
everything up. you know?
yeah, but even so, like I feel like there aren't as many rap surprises, at least for me, like a group therapy last year, where they just like something like that comes out of nowhere. I'm like, who the fuck is this? Like, I don't even have like that quite the same way. I've had that with different other artists and other genres, but not so much with hip hop.
Yeah,
This
so-
particular year.
Generally speaking, one of the bigger trends in music this year was in hip hop, and we're not touching on any of the albums associated with it. Because the last couple of years it's been drill. That has been like the prevailing sort of beat
Is
pattern.
that what
Mhm.
Dochi's doing?
No,
a
no,
little
no,
bit?
no. If anything, like Lil Uzi stole it for "I Just Want to Rock." It's when like the most defining characteristic is the main percussion is just a bass drum that goes boom, 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 boom.
Okay.
Boom, boom,
Yeah.
boom, boom. And there's a lot more to it than that.
Yeah,
Obviously,
yeah.
This year or 2024, the biggest trend in hip hop was sexy drill music. That's what it's called. The sort of face behind it this year became Cash Cobain. I just don't like it, and that's why we're not going to be touching on it.
And
I don't find it enjoyable. I miss the percussion when it's so limited like that in hip hop. What's wrong with the snare drum, guys? Come on.
Yeah. Well, and also to that point, I don't know. There's something about both this and about the Q album that we just talked about. And we'll save more of the discussion whenever we actually get to it eventually. But the Kendrick album that almost has a very early 2010s feel to it, where it almost feels mixtapey.
Yeah.
There's something about it that feels a little bit looser, a little
Yeah.
bit almost raw. Like obviously the production isn't raw,
Yeah.
but the feeling behind it, a lot of the songwriting
Right.
itself,
having a good
instrumentalism.
time is the priority.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also got to shout out his Netflix show, which
Yeah.
dropped this year. Only, what was it, 6 episodes?
Yeah,
or
6
something?
episodes. I think it got renewed for season 2,
Let's go.
which is nice.
Yeah. Very excited. And I'm glad that it doesn't mean that he is failing on delivering with the music.
Yep.
So that's my number 6. It's Vince Staples' Dark Times.